You think making more money would solve your financial problems automatically, right? But here's a surprising truth. Some of the highest earners in the world are also some of the most financially stressed. There are doctors making six figures with almost no savings. Tech workers earning massive salaries but drowning in debt. Business owners bringing in great money while secretly living paycheck to paycheck. And the reason usually isn't low income. It's poor money management. The truth is, income alone does not create wealth. Financial habits do. And what's interesting is that high earners often make different budgeting mistakes than everyone else. Their problems are usually hidden behind nice homes, luxury cars, expensive vacations, and impressive lifestyles. But behind the scenes, a lot of financial pressure. In today's video, we're going to break down 8 budgeting mistakes even high earners still make, and more importantly, how you can avoid them. Whether you're making $50,000 a year or $500,000 a year, these principles matter because building wealth isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep, grow, and protect. Let's get into it. Lifestyle inflation. One of the biggest traps high earners fall into is lifestyle inflation. This happens when your spending increases every time your income increases. You get a raise, so you upgrade your car. You get promoted, so you move into a bigger house. Your business grows, so suddenly every vacation has to be luxury. At first, these upgrades feel deserved. And honestly, some lifestyle improvements are perfectly fine. The problem starts when your expenses rises as fast or even faster than your income. Because now, no matter how much money you make, it still feels like you never have enough. This is why someone making $80,000 can feel financially stable, while someone making $250,000 feels stressed all the time. Their obligations grew too quickly, and lifestyle inflation is dangerous because it's gradual. You don't notice it happening. So maybe it starts with more food delivery or premium subscriptions, right? Then it goes to luxury gym memberships, financing a new car, private schools, bigger mortgage payment. Individually, these decisions don't seem huge, but combined, they can quietly consume thousands every month. Here's the key difference between looking wealthy and actually being wealthy. Rich-looking people spend most of their income. Wealthy people keep and invest a large portion of it. One practical strategy is this. Every time your income increases, split the extra money intentionally. For example, 50% towards investing or saving, 30% towards lifestyle upgrades, 20% towards paying off debt. That way, your future improves along with your lifestyle. Because if every raise disappears into new expenses, your financial situation never truly changes. Second mistake is not tracking spending. A lot of high earners think budgeting is only for people struggling financially. That mindset is a huge mistake. In reality, the more money you make, the more important awareness becomes. Because when income is high, waste becomes harder to notice. If you make a small salary, a $100 mistake feels significant. But if you earn 6 figures, small leaks often go ignored. But that's where money disappears. Think about how easy it is today to spend unconsciously. Auto-renewing subscription, food delivery apps, frequent online shopping, weekend spending, convenience purchases, random Amazon orders. High earners often lose money not through one huge decision, but through hundreds of small ones. And because there's still money in the bank account, The spending doesn't feel dangerous until one day they realize, I make great money, so why am I not building wealth? Tracking spending creates awareness, and awareness changes behavior. Now, this doesn't mean you need to obsess over every dollar, but you should know how much you're spending monthly, where your money is going, what percentage is saving versus spending, which expenses actually improve your life. One simple habit that works well is to review your last 30 days of transaction every month. You'll probably find expenses you forgot existed. And sometimes the biggest financial improvement isn't earning more. It's simply stopping unnecessary spending that you never noticed before. Number 3 is relying on one income source. A high salary can create a dangerous illusion of security, especially when that paycheck is large and consistent. But relying on one income source, even a great one, is risky because no job is guaranteed forever. Industries change, companies downsize, burnout happens, health issues happen. And if your entire financial life depends on one paycheck, losing it can become a crisis very quickly. This is especially dangerous for people with high fixed expenses. Imagine someone earning a huge salary but also carrying a large mortgage or have luxury car payments, private school tuition, expensive lifestyle commitments. If the income suddenly stops, the pressure becomes immediate. That's why building multiple income streams matter. Now, this doesn't mean you need 10 side hustles, no. It could simply mean investing in dividend-paying assets, building a small online business, or owning rental properties. It could mean freelancing, creating digital products, or even investing consistently in index funds. The goal is not to work non-stop. The goal is resilience. Wealthy people focus on creating systems where money can continue flowing even when they're not actively working. Because true financial security doesn't come from one large paycheck. It comes from diversification. Number 4 is ignoring emergency funds. A surprising number of high earners don't have emergency savings. Why? Because they assume their income can handle emergencies. But emergencies rarely arrive one at a time. Sometimes it's a medical issue, a job loss, a major repair, a market downturn, family responsibilities, unexpected legal or tax expenses. And when these situations happen simultaneously, even high income can feel fragile. Without an emergency fund, people often rely on credit cards, personal loans, and retirement withdrawals, and that creates long-term financial damage. An emergency fund gives you breathing room. It buys you time. It reduces your stress. It prevents panic decisions. A good starting goal is to have 3 to 6 months of essential expenses saved. More if your income is unstable or commission-based. And keep it somewhere accessible, not invested in risky assets, because emergencies are not the time to worry about market fluctuations. The point isn't high returns. The point is stability. Number 5 is overspending on status symbol. One of the most expensive habits high earners fall into is buying things to impress other people. Status spending is everywhere today. Social media constantly pushes the message that success should look expensive. Luxury cars, designer brands, VIP experiences, and massive homes. And while there's nothing wrong with enjoying nice things, problems begin when purchases are driven by validation instead of genuine value. Because status spending is often endless. There's always a new car, or a bigger house, or a more expensive watch, or a trendier vacation to go on. And the comparison never stops. The truth is, many wealthy people look financially modest. and many people who look rich are heavily in debt. Real wealth is often quiet. It's investments, assets, low stress, financial freedom, flexibility, and time ownership, not constant consumption. Before making large purchases, ask, am I buying this because I truly value it or because I want other people to notice it? That one question can save thousands. Number 6, poor investment strategies. Another major mistake is assuming a high income automatically leads to wealth building, because it doesn't. If money isn't invested properly, income alone won't create financial independence. Some high earners make the mistake of keeping too much cash sitting idle. Others swing to the opposite extreme, like chasing risky investments or following hypes, trying to get rich quickly or investing emotionally. A strong investment strategy is usually boring, and that's actually a good thing. Long-term wealth is often built through consistency and patience, diversification, and compound growth, not gambling. One of the most powerful financial advantages high earners have is the ability to invest larger amounts consistently over time. But many delay investing because they think, I'll start later when I know more. Meanwhile, years of compound growth are lost. Even simple investing strategies can outperform complicated ones when done consistently for decades. The important thing is having a plan, because money without direction tends to disappear. Number 7 is carrying high interest debt. A high income can sometimes hide bad habits. People assume, I make enough money to handle it. But high interest debt quietly destroys wealth. Credit card interest is especially dangerous because it compounds against you. You could be earning solid investment returns while simultaneously losing huge amounts to interest payments. And psychologically, debt creates pressure. It reduces freedom. It increases stress. It limits options. Many high earners normalize debt because monthly payments seem manageable. But manageable payments don't mean healthy finances. One powerful strategy: focus aggressively on eliminating high interest debt before upgrading your lifestyle further. Every dollar of high interest debt paid off is like earning a guaranteed return. And once debt payment disappears, cash flow improves dramatically. Number 8 is delaying financial planning. This final mistake is one of the most common and the most costly. A lot of people think, I'll get serious about money later. Later when work slows down. Later after the promotion. Later after the next raise. But time is one of the most valuable financial assets you have, especially when it comes to investing in compound growth. The earlier you create a plan, the less pressure you feel later, the more flexibility you gain, the easier wealth building becomes. Financial planning doesn't need to be complicated. It simply means deciding what you want your future to look like, how much you need, what system help you get there. Without a plan, it's easy to drift financially, even with a high income. And many people spend decades earning well, only to realize they never built true freedom. Money should eventually create options. The option to retire, the option to change careers, the option to spend time with family, the option to work because you want to, not because you have to. And these options require planning early. At the end of the day, earning more money is powerful, but income alone is not enough. You can earn a lot and still struggle financially if your habits, spending, and planning are working against you. The good news? Most of these mistakes are completely fixable. Small changes repeated consistently can completely transform your financial future. Because real wealth is not about appearances. It's about freedom, stability, peace of mind, and having control over your life. The goal isn't just to make money. It's to keep it, grow it, and use it intentionally. If you found this video helpful, Make sure to like the video and subscribe for more smart money strategies every single week. And in the comment, let me know, which of these budgeting mistakes do you think people struggle with the most? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.